Earth, the year of the final descent. Once humanity called it home, now they watch it from above. Exiles in orbit, circling a tomb of their own making. Earth did not end in fire or flood. It ended in flesh, the Natiba. Boring! I mean, you get the point, right? Now, what would you imagine a main protagonist of this world to be? An ominous, pretentious, fierce looking upon the beast that was once human, wearing a black trigon hat that looked like the Jura's grey wolf cap, a grey duster coat, a towering, heavily armored, ancient warrior whose appearance has evolved into an iconic, mythic figure of vengeance. No, it's just a sex doll.
I just wish I could make the character sexier, you know? Wish I can, like, do something to make her, like, hotter in some way. I just don't feel like she's hot enough. Like, sexier.
Now, this is the second video on my channel surrounding games that may be mistaken as porn, so it definitely isn't a good look for me, but hear me out, I think that there might, just might, be a game behind those. So the first choice we're being faced with is to choose a difficulty level. Oh, there is a story mode option, so this game has a focus on a story. Nice, were my first thoughts. Little did I know that the game has the most plain and interesting story. Wait. Is that a fuck?
You're not hunting beasts, you're hunting people. If you still insist on hunting them, then I will hunt you first.
Okay, I'm sorry, I will stop now. Why didn't I hear a word about all of this? Oh, I guess it might have been because Eve's butthole overshadowed every aspect of this game except the gameplay and music. The other options I had were the normal mode, recommended for players who enjoy a difficult challenge. Well, I am challenged, I think this is the right choice. Little did I know that the hard mode is unplayable on your first playthrough, where a minor encounter with a plant will take you up to 4 minutes and the first boss fight a fucking 10. Oh, and do not think you will have the benefit of making a mistake, because only is needed for your day. Why would you give me the option of choosing a story mode difficulty in a game with abysmal storytelling? I mean, they must have seen what they've done, right? And a hard mode, which is only viable on New Game Plus. Why just don't make it to unlock after you beat the game? What even is the fucking point? To suffer? Fortunately, there is a way to make the game harder, or to get hard. But if you remove the clothes, you get the skin suit, which removes your shield that acts like your second health bar, which means you can finally die. Unfortunately now, you are trading your innocence and the risk of losing your family when they walk into your room and see what the fuck are you doing. Mom, it's just, There's no escaping this, right? It's time to double down. It's my virtual girlfriend, mother. I hope you understand. At that point of the game, I started doubting if I even wanted to play it, but something kept me playing. It was the combat. The combat is actually peak. Combat is why Stellar Blade is good. I just wish I could have some more challenge without it being a Borderlands game. Wait, as I was playing, I started to notice a certain pattern. The longer I played, the harder the game started to get. I was having fun, and I must say, the endgame of Stellar Blade is actually peak. Which is why we're going to focus on the last few hours of this game, because the rest is average. Hey, I don't make the rules here, he does. So here we are, the last few hours of this game, and we are in Elon Musk's SpaceX station, here with his wife. Her name is... never mind. Well, we're going up, it's our moment. The endgame of Stellar Blade is actually a boss rush. Cool, isn't it? I mean, everyone's favorite part in Souls-like games are the bosses, right? Except me, of course, because I'm an intellectual, and I prefer the atmosphere. Did you find something remotely close to an atmosphere in this game? That can give you an answer to a question you didn't ask. Do I even like this game?
Well, it's not necessarily peak as I was describing it, but the endgame compared to the rest of the game is pretty neat.
Are you sure?
It's fast, it's pretty, but unfortunately most of the bosses are not fun to fight, especially the last one. I had to cheat this shit and turn the game difficulty to the story mode one because it was just pure agony. And I'm not talking about how hard this fight was, I'm talking about how boring it was. There is one encounter that really stands out, one boss that may change my rating of this game from 1 star to a fucking 2 out of 5. I'm talking of course about Raven. This is basically the peak of this game and it does not get higher than that. It's the right amount of challenge and it is sprinkled with a magic substance called fun. Have you heard of it? Well, in the current day and age, you might have forgotten about it. I don't blame you. Honestly, it's fascinating to me how this game is that godly rated, how it gathered this massive cult following, and to me, this is just an average Souls-like slop. What happened to the lies of peace and... well, that's basically it. Is there something wrong with me? Or simply slapping tits in my face won't alter my rating? I mean, in this case, it will, but in the negative way. But to those people, this is the great game they were waiting for. This is the destroyer of woke because there are boobs and asses and a playable sex doll that doesn't fit into the game world at all. But yes! Yeah!
Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
And I'm not saying that we should ban sexuality in video games and put only ugly characters in, but I'm saying that if we should praise something like that, we should not praise this. We should praise this.
No one said you could touch.
Because there is a difference. Bayonetta is aware of her sexuality and she controls it. And here, nobody will even fucking mention that Eve is standing here butt naked. Nobody will even say that Eve is hot. Like, should I pretend that she's not sexualized and there are no constant absurd jiggle physics in my face? Like, it's just fucking weird, you can say it isn't. While making this video, I took a little break and guess what? I lost all of the interest in this video and I no longer care. I really want to move on. And I need to pick the games I'm making a video on more carefully because without passion, there's only work. You weren't expecting this kind of a plot twist, did you? And for people that are still here,
Element of surprise!